My fiancé had a second phone and a second fiancé. I thought I had it all. A good job, a cute apartment, and the love of my life, Derek. Tall, charming, thoughtful. The kind of guy who opened doors, remembered anniversaries, and texted good morning every single day without fail. We met at a friend's wedding, slow danced once, and somehow ended up building a life together over the next 2 years. He proposed on our second anniversary, rented out the rooftop of the restaurant where we had our first date, got a violinist, the whole Pinterest board fantasy. I said yes, of course, who wouldn't? My friends were jealous, my mom cried. Even my grumpy cat sat in his lap for the first time that night. So imagine my surprise when one weekend, while deep cleaning the apartment, I found a dusty old shoebox under the couch. It was tucked behind a stack of board games and a box of expired batteries. Inside the shoebox, a black iPhone, slightly cracked, no case. It looked dead, but I'm nosy, so I charged it. And the second it lit up, my heart dropped. The lock screen photo was of him, my Derek, hugging another woman in a wedding dress. The kind of hug you only give someone when you think the whole world disappears. Romantic, intimate, tolerable. My hands were shaking, but I unlocked it. He used the same passcode for everything. Idiot. And that's when the second life unraveled. There were messages, dozens, hundreds, some from her, some from vendors, florists, venue coordinators. His contact list was littered with names like Pastor Davis, ring designer, and baby. Her name was Lindsay. She was sweet, innocent, very girl next door, and very much under the impression that she was marrying Derek in 3 weeks. 3. You know that scene in a movie where the walls close in and everything goes muffled? That was me, sitting on my couch with a phone in one hand and betrayal in the other. Now here's the thing, I could have screamed, I could have called her right then and there, I could have even confronted him in a very loud and public fashion, but I didn't, because I'm not a warning shot kind of girl, I'm the final explosion. So I played along, I acted normal, kept planning our wedding, I let him believe everything was fine while secretly putting together a little performance. Step 1, I called in my best friend Rachel, the realest ride or die you'll ever meet. We hatched a plan to expose Derek for the two-timing trash fire he was. Step 2, I hired a photographer, not for the wedding but to follow him around for a few days. Because if you think the second phone was bad, wait till you see photos of him holding hands with Lindsay and calling me 5 minutes later to say he was at the gym. Step 3, I found Lindsay's email address buried in one of his old event confirmations and sent her an exclusive invite to a bridal showcase using a fake wedding company name we made up just for the trap. I even got us a rented space with decorations and models. Over the top, sure, worth it? Just the day of the expo, I wore the most dramatic fake wedding gown I could find. Lace, train, crown, the whole 9 yards. Rachel pretended to be my planner. We had fake guests, fake vendors, and Derek standing next to me like he was moments away from eternal happiness. And then Lindsay walked in. She froze at the door like someone slapped her with a cold fish. Derek's face, I wish I could have painted it and sold it for millions. Pure horror. She said nothing at first, and then she whispered, "What is this?" I looked at Derek. He stammered. He started to say something about a surprise or miscommunication or a twin seriously. And that's when Lindsay exploded. She stormed up to him and slapped the truth out of his mouth. Everyone in the room, even the actors I'd hired as fake guests, fell silent. And then I pulled out the phone. His second phone, opened to a thread of their love messages and said, "Oh honey, you're not the only one. Welcome to the club." We stood there, both of us in white, like twin flames of vengeance. And then we walked out together, went to a bar, got drinks, swapped horror story. Found out he told us both he'd never been engaged before. Lied about having a sister. Lied about having a job. Turns out he was freelance because he couldn't keep one. The next day we posted a photo together, smiling, cocktails in hand, captioned just 2 ex-fiancés thriving. Needless to say, Derek's social media went dark. He moved out of state, probably started fresh under a new name like Roderick or Derek with a D. As for Lindsay, she's now one of my closest friends. We even started a blog together about dating disasters and red flags. It's doing surprisingly well, and me, I'm engaged again, this time to someone who doesn't own a second phone or a second fiancé. Moral of the story, check under your couch. Sometimes the trash takes itself out, but sometimes it hides behind a shoebox.